In this video, I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on this Dodge Grand Caravan. Let's get started. On the passenger side, underneath the vehicle, you'll find your engine oil pan. Do not confuse it for the driver's side one, which is your transmission pan. I have a collection bucket underneath, ready to catch all the fluid, and with a 13mm socket, let's break free the drain bolt. There we go. You can also use a wrench if that's what you have. Now, as I'm unthreading this, I'm going to hold pressure on it so that on the last thread it doesn't just shoot out of here. I can control when I let go of this. There we go. Once you're on the last thread, take it off really quickly, and that should allow the oil to drain nice and clean in your collection bucket. We're going to let this drain until it's down to a drip. If you have more time, you can wait a couple days for this to finish, or just call it done. This is where I like to cap it off. Make sure that oil drain plug threads in nice and smooth. That's how you know the threads are still good. The torque for this is going to be 20 foot-pounds. If you can't torque it, just give it about 1/8 of a turn after it bottoms out. Wipe off any drippage. You will find your oil filter under the hood. It's located towards the passenger side, right in this housing right here. Use a 24mm socket or wrench to get this cap off. Sneak it underneath this air intake ducting here. Once you get it seated, break free that cap. And once you break it free, you might not even need your tool. Sometimes you can spin them off just by hand. Pull this off. Now, if you just ran the vehicle, this will actually be full of oil. My vehicle has been sitting for a while, so I'm not too concerned about oil being in here. Pull this cap off, and there's your oil filter. Slide it up. All right, with your new oil filter should have come a brand new O-ring. So let's pull the old one off. If you squish it, you should be able to grab it by hand and pull it off of the oil filter cap. Set that one aside and put the new O-ring on the oil filter housing cap here. You have to kind of roll it until it seats and make sure it seats all the way down in this groove, just like that. You don't want it to stay like this. All right, that's seated. Take your new oil filter and slide it down on the housing there. Once it's down in there, it should look like this, and it should spin freely. Take your cap, clean it if necessary, slide it on here, and thread it on by hand. Make sure it threads on smoothly. It's very important. I'm going to use my socket and ratchet to bottom this out. Once it's bottomed out like that, I'm just going to give it a tiny bit extra. That's it. Any more than that, and you can definitely crack that housing right there, and that is not going to be a good time. If you have a torque wrench that will fit in here, the torque is 25 Newton meters. I don't have anything that'll fit in there, so that's why I just snugged it up by hand. A little bit more forward from where the oil filter is your oil filler tube or filler neck, whatever you want to call it. This is basically where you will add your oil, and it says right on the cap that you'll need 5W20. This engine will take 6 quarts of 5W20, so twist this counterclockwise, set it aside, and let's add our 6 quarts. You can use a funnel if you want. I made my own funnel out of an old bottle of engine oil. This is number 6. Remove your funnel, put your oil filler cap back on, tighten it up, and there you go. To reset the maintenance light, also known as the oil change reminder, you're going to need your key, put it in the ignition, turn it 2 clicks to the on position. All the dashboard lights will light up, and within 10 seconds of doing that, depress the gas pedal 3 times fully. Then shut the key off, and that's it. Next time you turn on your engine, it should not remind you that you have an oil change due anymore.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.